I have a story, one about a beauty fertile with talents, potentials, cultures, fruitfulness. A beauty so unique that the eye stares, the lips whispers, the ears listens, the heart beats for. A story of the beauty, Nigeria. See how beautiful she is, how fertile, natural, productive, robust she lies in the western part of Mama Africa. Her children, people with beautiful culture, productive ways, and unique crafts. People with unity in diversity, simplicity in complexity, polished with pride in various tribes. People who stood as the giants in their domain, as pathfinders, through seekers of value and icon of perfection. Yes, she had all in abundance, calm with its tribes holding on to their ethics and ethnics, but all until the arrival of the men with strange culture, unknown language, and ambiguous representation. The British, led by the likes of Lord Frederick Lugard, brought a new way of life that changed her people. Some fought, some rebelled, some even tried running from change. But we were all bribed with our resources, treated like monkeys, and shut up by the intensity of our ignorance and the thrill of our curiosity. Some anticipated freedom from the limitations of the whites. Some saw opportunities, capitalized on it, and grew better in the ways of these men. But to it all, a new faith was found which gave her people the hope of salvation and abscond from condemnation. Christians were grooved from the very one thing that held her bound. They found faith and the path to redemption through Christ. Many were lost. Lost to slavery, lost to hunger, lost to issues of life. But Nigeria fought on with pain in her heart, blisters in her palms, sores beneath her feet, and rumbling in her belly. Days became weeks, weeks became months, and months became years, then decades with struggles and fights. But after centuries of brokenness and decades of colonization and dependence, her children stood up in agreement, led by the few who understood the value of their motherland and the culture with the ways and the flaws of the systems of the whites, and marched to a new dawn, holding her independence up high.
Lagos racecourse is the scene, and it's the afternoon of Nigeria's great day, with thousands awaiting the climax and resolved to
She's
relish
won
every
again.
minute leading up to it. Princess Alexandra was...
But for how long? It all lasted but for a short while, as slowly the dances became conflict. The shout of joy became shout of revoke, and dismay amongst her people. It became a quest for power, a pledge for taste of leadership without service to the will and the needs of her people. Chaos among ethnics, fights for rights and resources. The North seizing power, the Westerners seeking growth, the Easterners seeking separation with a pride in his ways. It became slowly but definitely a fight to tear down what has been built, all in the name of purpose, fame, faith, all in different forms and calls, but one insinuation: war. Now the need for a force of authority was seen. So some stood up with strong will to calm it all but failed. Then the birth of the first military rule. The mouth of Nigeria was shut and its choice was stamped and hands were made to walk on blisters once again by the command of her children. It was seen as a necessary evil to reset order and define necessities. It became a shoot-on-sight policy for forces. Now her children felt the pain of authority in the hands of their own brothers. Then, religion once again became a source of faith or hope worth holding on to. Christians knelt down with purpose and anticipated change in vigilance. Some were killed, some were lost to doubt, but faith was held as mercy said no. Soon she was divided into states, and just when it felt like all was calm, Biafra War. Ojukwu, a son of the soil, took it upon himself to fight for the liberation of his brothers and the independence of his clans. But at what cost? Biafra was found while Nigeria was lost to brokenness. But even at that, all fell back to the hands of the military. Now the killing for power began with the reintegration of Biafra to Nigeria and the authority of the militants. It went on and on for years with people suffering. Now the Christians saw the lack, felt the pain and faithlessness, the void, and took a step to lead the people with Gideon as they selected, but failed. The force was too weak to create the desired effect. Others who tried were either slaughtered or hanged for trying or supporting. But as the prayers of true hearts were not void, as her children held on to the glimpse of light, the hope, the military rule was dissolved and democracy was born. Now people finally were free to choose and elect, guided by the staff of INEC. But just when the peace was starting to taste sweet, a new fight broke in. It became a fight for faith. Out of the people came a gang of protesters. Sharia. People were slaughtered, brothers were lost to vengeance. Fight upon fight in the north without reason worth holding on to. First Biafra, then Bakassi, then Delta Oil, and later political riots kicked in the early 2000s. Boko Haram took the lives of countless souls. Christians were slaughtered for sport, for faith. Even her independence was soaked with blood as she celebrated her golden jubilee among the death and injury of her children to a bomb blast in her very own capital, Abuja. Nigeria. See how she has fallen to the feet of her own. Her beauty stained with blood. Her children killing themselves. Her people lost in the vanity of their lust. Students seeking peace in the arms of suicide. Teachers seeking comfort in the pain of students. Masters seeking pleasure in the sores of the hands and feet of their workers. Fathers starving to feed his home. Mothers dying to keep their families. Brothers struggling to keep up with the expectations of the society. Sisters damaged to the will of rapists. Virgins given out to abuse. Children muted by the arms of suicide, poverty and lack. It all became a norm as the elected leader shrugs at the cries of the poor and blushes at the flatters of the rich. All but this. All these are just a distraction from the fact embedded in us. We need to wake up. We need to let go of the blames and cling to the reality of our word. No, not the negativity, not the flaws, not the faults. No, not the limitations of our leadership. Not the choice of the presidency, but the true heartbeats of our hearts. You see, we're equipped with not just perfection, but also the light of God in us. So let us stand up. Let us hold on to the one thing that we need, supporting our motherland. Let us hold hands together, see past through the issues of INEC, the Haram of the North, the Biafra of the East, the spillage of the South, of the gifted, the hunger of the poor, the pain of the weak. Let us not be slaves to our fears, captives to our society, and addicts to our weaknesses. Let us rise up and dominate. Let us make Nigeria greater. Let us make Nigeria a country worth calling home. It's not the leaders, no, not your neighbors. It is you. Yes, it is you and me. Let us together, bit by bit, step by step, dominate by the word. Let us hold on to our true identity. Let us hold on to the only constant. Let us break through with strength in Christ. Let us hold on to our true inheritance, power and right by the blood of the Lamb. Let us give out our weaknesses for greatness, limitation for perfection, darkness for light, fears for hope, for faith. Let's let go of the worries, the blames, the fault, the negativity, and hold on to God, the one true efficacy of our word. Let's dominate as Nigeria.
Nigeria.